Hello. Hi. Ugh. Ugh. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Hello. We're gonna do something that I do sometimes when I'm not feeling so good. That being, we're gonna play 1080. Oh wait, it's not on screen. And we're gonna play, there it is, bam, we're gonna play 1080. If you've never played 1080, it is a snowboarding game. But I'm gonna keep my own, I'm gonna just kind of keep my own music going while we do this. And where's my boy? Ricky Winterborn. Sure, I'll do it. That's what he sounds like. Anyway, so why are you not feeling so good, Athy? I will tell you, BBs. I haven't played this on controller, so I don't know how this is gonna go. I will tell you, BBs, the reason why I am not feeling especially great is because I was physically at the Elimination Chamber the other night. I didn't just watch it on TV, I was there. And if you don't know what happened at the Elimination Chamber, John Cena, after 22 years of being the people's actual real champion, yes, you heard me, Dwayne, he turned heel. He turned heel for the first time ever in 22 years, turned heel. And he beat the living shit out of Cody Rhodes. And so much other shit happened during that night. I'm losing. It was a lot. A lot of stuff happened. And I am tired. I'm gonna restart this. I am tired. I am hurt. I don't know how to process. Montreal had the screw job. Toronto has selling Cena's soul. It's true. Am I just like dumb? Hang on. I mean, yes, I am. Don't answer that. But hang on. Am I like just a big idiot? No. Okay. Watching it live was genuinely bizarre. Because the crowd had no idea what to make of it. It was the weirdest thing, and I'm so glad we're on YouTube because the vibe is just different on YouTube. I'm just gonna kind of talk about what happened. It was great, for the record. But, and this is where I think a lot of wrestling fans are gonna disagree with me, I'm not super into it. Like, I get why everyone's just like, oh, but Cena should have been heel the whole time. We've been waiting for Cena to turn heel his whole career. And I'm like, yeah, well, I liked good guy Cena. I've always liked Cena as a good guy. I know a lot of people have always wanted Cena to turn heel. I never did. I've always liked good guy Cena. I kind of just wanted the retirement tour to be good guy Cena. I never really wanted a heel Cena. So I'm not especially into it. I do think it's gonna be good. It's one of those situations where I do think that it's gonna be really cool. I'm just not sure if this is exactly what I wanted, and I'm kind of coming to grips with the fact that it's not what I wanted to see. Josiel said something in the Discord server about him going heel as a joke, and I laughed my ass off when it actually happened. Well, like, see, that's the thing, right? Is I was stunned silent when that happened, because the whole arena could not fully process what was going on, because, oh man, I used to love this game, and I'm bad at this now. The whole arena was, like, stunned. Maybe I need to practice, I think. Yeah, the whole arena was stunned silent. It was very, very jarring, to say the least. And I don't know. Like, I don't hate it. I'm just kind of confused. I also think putting Travis Scott in there was fucking so dumb. I do not understand why they did that. For those of you who don't know, Travis Scott was there. For some reason. Do you know why? Because I certainly don't. For some reason, Travis Scott, the man who got some of his own fans killed at a concert, was there at Elimination Chamber and was like part of the story for some reason. Very weird. Don't fully understand that one. That was weird. Very, very weird. Not sure what that was about. But hey, maybe WWE knows better than the rest of us. I don't know. But yeah, I just thought that was hella weird. And I forgot about that. Yeah, I will never forget about that. People died. And he posted a dumb apology on Instagram. And I'm just supposed to forget like that shit happened because he was the guy from Fortnite, I guess. Yeah, fuck that. WWE has a very gross history of hiring people who are shitty human beings. And then just saying, yeah, but they're cool though. Yeah, but they can wrestle though. And it's like, yeah, but I don't give a fuck. Fun fact, 9 times out of 10, if Logan Paul has a match, that's my piss break. Because is he great in the ring? Absolutely. Do I give a shit? No, not really. Like, good for him, I guess, but I don't care to watch him. That's when I go to the bathroom or I check my phone. Because I just don't. I don't give a shit. I couldn't be asked to give a shit. So, yeah, seeing that dude there was very weird. Seeing Travis Scott there was very weird. Not to mention, Travis Scott, I don't think he knows that wrestling's not real, because he, like, hauled off and punched Cody in the face. Like, legitimately, like, smacked Cody in the face. And, I certainly hope that Cody gives the man a receipt. Because that's what I would do. Logan Paul sucks. Yeah, Logan Paul does in fact suck. And then, so that happened. So I was up until about midnight. My heart was absolutely crushed like a Twix bar. Like, my heart snapped in twain like a Twix bar. Because that's my guy. And, oh man, I can't get up the half pipe. And then we gotta go home. And I got to work at the Firewatch today for like 8 hours. So I'm absolutely exhausted. But yeah. He socked him for real. He really did. I'm just gonna do tricks now. But no, he really did just like haul off and like kick, like, not kick, but punch the shit out of Cody. Shit was crazy. But yeah, so if I'm a little exhausty, that's why. If I'm a little spicy in my tiredness, it's nothing to do with you lovely BBs. It's just because I had a hell of a night. And I'm just kind of feeling it. At least you got a cool hockey jersey out of it. I did get a cool hockey jersey out of it. I got the John Cena jersey, and that shit was cool. I got the John Cena jersey. I think I said that on stream. I don't remember if I did or not. But yeah, I got the John Cena jersey, and it was friggin' cool. And I will say, he's still my guy. I see the vision. I can already kind of guess what they're gonna do with John. I do think that the goal. God damn it! I can't do the 580 air. Like, I'm assuming that the goal with John is they want him to basically be like, you're the guy, right? Like, you're gonna be the dude who hang on, I just want to see something quick. So like John Cena's gonna be the guy who dethrones Cody and is likely going to be the main character of this little story that they're doing. Whoops. Hello, Chi. How you doing? Oh. So that does seem to be the general idea, is that John is probably going to be the main character of... Why can't I land? John is likely going to be the main character of the next year, right? And it's going to be the redemption arc of John Cena. And it's going to be really cool. But, again, it's not quite what I wanted. But am I excited? Absolutely. I am very excited. I do think it'll be good. He has wanted to be heel for a long time. So, like, to a degree, I'm happy for him. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, yeah, but, like, I kind of just wanted John Cena. You know, I didn't want final boss John Cena, you know? That's not quite what I wanted. But I gotta tell you guys about why I'm so tired, because it was a hell of an experience. So, allow me to recount to you the tales of Athena and what Athena got up to at Elimination Chamber. So, first of all, Toronto is batshit crazy. Toronto is a crazy place for crazy people. And look, guys, if you're a Torontonian, I say that with love. But Toronto is a crazy place for crazy people. Because the roads are fucking insane. Like, the roads are legit crazy. And I can't imagine going back to Toronto anytime soon. I really don't like Toronto. But that's just the start. Toronto traffic is awful. It's legit terrible. And then, so not only is, like, you're right, not only is it terrible, but it was also freezing goddamn cold. So when we had to wait in line outside the building, we were cold as hell, right? And then we get to our seats, and there's these 4 seats in front of me, and yeah, 4 seats in front of me and Hestia, because Hestia got me the tickets, and so there's 4 seats in front of me and Hestia. We're in the nosebleeds, for the record. And, but we're in the nosebleeds, but goddamn, these seats were so cool, because they were in the nosebleeds, but above the entranceway, so we could always see when people were coming or going. Like, we saw, like, when Randy, like, appeared, right? It was super, super cool. So Hestia and I are sitting there, and there's these 4 empty chairs that eventually fill up just as the first match was taking place. Just as, like, the chamber was coming down and the women's Elimination Chamber match was kicking off. And then there's the people who, yeah, so as, like, the women's chamber is taking off, four people come in. They're they're two couples, right? So boy, girl, right? Like a very heteronormative couple shit, right? And they walk in, and there's like, one of the girls is like seemingly kind of stumbling a little bit, and I don't pay much attention to it. But then I don't catch this. Hestia catches this, but there is they're all holding Coca-Cola cans that they then fill with a very mysterious brown liquid. Whiskey, for those uninitiated. And the girl who was walking in a little stumbly bumbly, she pours herself a fucking stiff ass drink. How they got whiskey in there, I have absolutely no idea. But whiskey nonetheless. And the match goes on, and she goes, "Who is that?" to like her boyfriend, right? And the boyfriend goes, "Oh, that's, you know, like, that's I forget who it was. I think it was Alexa is who she asked about. So like, who's that? That's Alexa. That's Alexa Bliss. She's hot." And I was like, she has good taste. That was my immediate like, yes, she is hot. She has good taste. Right? But little did I know the chaos that was about to ensue. This poor woman, right? So basically what happens is she proceeds to drink her drink, and then another? Wait, she was plastered and they didn't do something? No, they did not. She was absolutely blitzed. And these people were late 20s, early 30s. Absolutely everyone, from the girl herself to her boyfriend to her friends, should have fucking known better, right? But this girl is so fucking drunk, like so unbelievably plastered at a wrestling show where fucking kids are in attendance. This girl proceeds to, like, start wobbling her head. So she's literally sitting there like this shit, like just all wobbly, right? And I'm thinking like, that's not good. That's probably not good, right? And her friends, again, don't acknowledge it. They just kind of... So I'm like, is she just the drunk friend, I guess? Very weird. And then somebody gets up, like, just ahead of them, right? Because they have to go to the bathroom or whatever. This is just as the women's chamber ends. Another couple away from them gets up. And they gotta go pee-pee. They gotta go for a pee-pee. And I don't mean PowerPoints in Pokemon. They gotta go for a pee-pee. All right, pee-pee-poo-poo. They gotta go for pee-pee-poo-poos. And this girl, she goes, she's wobbling her head. She's barely there, right? She's barely hanging on, right? Barely hanging on. And then she... Okay, there's something I should make clear. At this venue, right, the seats... Oh, God. Okay, never mind. The seats are separated by these, like, steel bars. These, like, big fuck-off steel bars, right? And this girl, her head's rolling, and she goes to get up, because her boyfriend has to tell her, like, hey, like, you have to get up so that these people can walk by you, right? She proceeds to get up, and she instead of sitting down, basically falls down, just lets her body go fucking limp, and smokes her head, like, the back of her head. The back of her head was ridiculous, because she fucking smoked her head. off the railing, right into the metal bar. It was like, it sounded like the fireworks that WWE used. It sounded like a goddamn gunshot went off. It was crazy. And we're like, everyone in our row sees that shit happen. We're like, oh! Her boyfriend and her friends did not fucking notice. Somehow, they did not notice. Right? And the boyfriend was the one who was seemingly the most into it. Like, the boyfriend was the one who was, like, so into wrestling. Like, knew everything about every person there. Like, was clearly, like, the one who wanted them to go. Because the other couple, like, kinda knew shit. Like, kinda knew things, but not really. Whereas the boyfriend of the girl who smoked her head, he knew everybody's name. And he was so excited. And he's trying to be into it, but his girlfriend is just out of it. Like, totally fucking loopy. And I'm like, bro, if your girl is that loopy, you need to either take her home, or you need to find a way to get her home. With all due respect, if you love this woman, fuck WWE, right? And get your girl home, right? Not what happened. So, she, again, smokes her head. The dome piece is gone. Smokes her head off the fucking railing and just collapses, right? Like, she sits down. She's sitting down, but she's sitting down with her head, like, her head in her lap and her arms, like, over her head. She is so unbelievably chocolate fucking wasted, right? Like, we are talking the most wasted you can possibly be. We are talking, like, this girl is fucking, yeah. There was just unbelievably fucking drunk. Unbelievably drunk. Like, borderline alcohol poisoning. Did no one say anything? No. Nobody said anything. This girl was so blitzed. And keep in mind, where me and Hestia are sitting, there's like a family right beside us. Like, a family. Right? A mom, a dad, an aunt, and I think 2 daughters who were preteen-ish. Right? Like preteen, teenager, like that age range. And then to the left of us, just across from them, across the stairs, like leading up through the seats, there is a group of like these little kids who were so goddamn funny. These kids were so funny the whole night. They were like cheering, and they actually joined in the fuck you Logan chants. It was hilarious. But yeah, all of us, like, everyone felt too awkward for us to say anything to them. So we were just kind of hoping that they would like acknowledge that their friend is so fucking gone. So she proceeds to sit with her head in her lap for most of the next match, which is the, oh, no. Yeah, she sits through the entirety of the next match with her head in her lap. And then the Sammy and Kevin match happens. And about halfway through. Oh, they did leave early. Don't you worry, Emperor, because this story takes a very fucking unfortunate turn. They most certainly did leave early. And the reason why they left early is because sorry, I remembered what happened during the second match. During the second match, she gets up because she had to get, like, she was gonna get up to go to the bathroom. And then she goes, never mind. Sits down, but sits like, slumps down and fucking smokes her head off the railing in front of her this time. So she has now smoked her goddamn skull off 2 railings in the span of maybe 40 minutes. Hit the back of her head off the railing in front of us, hit the front of her head off the railing in front of her. So at this point, I'm like, she's concussed. Like, there's no shot she's not concussed. And this time they did see. Like, this time they did see this shit. Like, the boyfriend did acknowledge it this time. And by the way, if you ever notice that we're playing 1080, it's because I'm tired and I got some shit to get off my chest. And so I'm like, these stories are crazy, and I needed to tell you them, and I needed like a reason. Is there a doctor in the house? That's what it felt like. Is there a doctor in the house? So this girl, this poor fucking girl, right, has now smoked the back of her skull off of the railing in front of me and Hestia, and the front of her skull off the railing in front of her and her friends. Her friends did notice this time. Her boyfriend, like, put his hand on her back and just kind of was trying to be there for her, but was clearly more interested in Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton fucking fighting Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Right? So he was not paying attention, which, like, I know is terrible, for the record. It's not funny. It's a little bit funny. Because I was like, it's a little bit funny, not because that this poor girl got hurt, but because I'm like, what a shitty fucking boyfriend. What an unbelievably shitty boyfriend. Hang on. I could not believe that shit. I was like, I can't believe this guy. What a shit boyfriend. Anyway, so yeah, like, I was shocked. I was like, what a shitty person. Game versus GF, which is more important to him. Oh, we all know, yeah. Yeah, we definitely know which is more important to that boy. So, anyway. So, yeah. So, first match, she smokes her head off the railing. Second match, she smokes her head off the railing, but this time the front of her head instead of the back. Third match. Keep in mind, this match card is 4 matches long. Not a very long match card, right? So, third match. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn in an unsanctioned match, and this is arguably the best match of the whole fucking night, right? Sami versus Kevin was arguably the best match of the night, and it was essentially, they kept saying unsanctioned, but essentially it was just a hardcore match, right? And during what was the best fight of the entire night, Hestia goes, back up. And I look at Hestia, and I look at this girl, and this girl goes, and proceeds to projectile vomit on the, not on the ground, not into her purse, not anything like that. She fucking spat, essentially water, all over the people in the row in front of her. The people in the row in front of her were the biggest, kindest wrestling fans who were like hyping up this kid. Like, this kid had this sign that read, "Logan Paul eats corn the long way." Which, if you don't know, is a very old reference, but that kid was all excited about his sign. And, this kid was all excited about his sign. Logan Paul eats corn the long way. And so these two dudes, like, these guys were maybe like again, like early to mid-30s, these two, right? Early to mid-30s. Just two good dudes who were hyping up this little kid earlier. Like, we saw them, and Hestia and I were like, man, those are good dudes, right? I love that side so much. We like, the whole crowd was like, that's hilarious, right? And so, these poor guys who were really nice to that kid, they're wearing these nice sweaters, these nice wrestling sweaters, and they said that, because we ended up talking to them later, and they had said that, they're like, yeah, we thought she, like, spilled her drink on us, right? So they assumed that it was just, like, water or something, because it looked like liquidy, like water. So they're like, what the fuck? And then, so they, like, look up at her, and as they look up at her, she goes, like the first one was, like water, and the second one was all right, fucking like Reagan, and and upchucks all over them and the ground. So this time she did at least hit the fucking ground. She just also happened to hit them and absolutely ruin their sweater. Both dudes' sweaters. And Hesty and I are like, oh, like, oh shit, right? Like, not good. And we, so yeah, we're both, oh shit. And so this girl, after she throws up, her boyfriend like jumps up to his feet. Is like, oh shit. And those guys have jumped up and are, oh shit. And the people beside the guys are like, oh shit. And everybody's, oh shit. Right? Everybody's just like not sure what to do because it's a wrestling show. You're not supposed to get so fucking drunk that you start vomiting on the people around you. It's not it's not sport ball. Even then, you don't want to be that drunk. You never want to be that drunk. But I'm like, it's a fucking wrestling show. Why are you drinking so much? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's kids here. Like, what the fuck? Don't drink that much to begin with, but especially not at a wrestling show. There's goddamn kids here, right? So I was like, I'm disgusted with her, especially with her friends. I'm like, what the fuck? Not the good holy shit. No, not the good holy shit. The oh what the fuck type holy shit. So I'm grossed the fuck out at this point. And this girl turns to me and goes, not me directly, but like turns to look behind her as if she's like not sure where her fucking boyfriend is and goes, I'm gonna throw up. And I'm like, oh hun, you've already thrown up. Right? I don't say that, I'm not a dick, but I'm thinking like, oh honey, that already happened. Oh, you sweet summer child. You already vomited and ruined those poor boys' day. There's two dudes. She mainly hit the one dude, but did hit the other guy as well. And I'm like, oh honey, you already ruined that boy's day. Right? But as she's saying, I need to throw up, she's turning her face towards Hestia and I. And I'm like, don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare. Because keep in mind, I'm wearing a jersey that I bought specifically for this event. So I start to fucking move my legs and shit. I start getting like, I don't want to get up because I'm trying not to be mean, but I'm like moving away from her as best I can. Right? I am in firing range. Exactly, Glitch. I was in the zone. I was in the splash zone, you know? Oh, I don't know what I was doing there. I was in the splash zone, you know? So, yeah, I was like, please, God, not me. Please, dear sweet Hera, not me. And so, thank God her boyfriend has the wherewithal to grab her and be like, we gotta go. Because at this point, the other two dudes have now stood up, and that's when we all notice, oh, they must be related to giants. They must be related to the Titans, because oh my fuck, they were huge. The boyfriend in question, not big. Small boy, very scrawny, very dead if he doesn't figure out something very fucking quick. Right? Because they were mad. They stood up, two big, burly fucking wrestling fans. Kronos' cousin was there. We're talking big, fuck off, like, wrestling fans. Right? This guy's Titans trying to enjoy wrestling. They tried their best. And, so they stand up, and pardon my French, but they start going like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Because they're like they're not looking at them, they're just kind of like processing what just happened. And the boyfriend goes, we gotta go. Grabs the girl. The girl gets to her feet, takes one fucking step. and slips on her own vomit. And falls on her side into the mixed up concoction of fucking brown, orange, like orangish brown with like weird potato chunks. I don't know what they were eating prior to that. She did not hit her head this time, but she did fucking hit her side really hard. So she slipped. Her nice shirt, her nice dress, it was sparkly, at least it was before this, destroyed. Covered in vomit. I was like, oh, you sweet girl. You sweet girl, get out of here now. Right? So, yeah, like, at least she didn't hit her goddamn skull again. Right? Just the ego was bruised on this one, I think. And, they split. They got the fuck out of Dodge. We did not see them again the rest of the night. Now, the other couple who was with them, the boy of, like, the boy part of the couple walks up to the two dudes and goes, yo, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Starts taking some fucking ownership. I'm like, okay, good for you. Take some responsibility for your friend. And also never let your friend drink again. Oh my god. And shitty of you guys to, like, let them get that drunk. Shitty of her to drink that much. Shitty of her, even way fucking shittier of her friends to not notice how gone she was. Right? You know what I mean? Like, you should never let yourself be drunk to that point. That's fucking irresponsible drinking. Right? That's irresponsible partying. You know? The gods would be displeased. But, like, to see your friend in that much distress and not do fuck all about it, not cool. Not cool. Not fucking cool. So when the guy walked up and started to keep in mind, not her boyfriend, just their friends. Like it was a double date. So the other boyfriend, right, the other guy, even Dio would be like, nah, exactly, right? And so he walks up, starts saying, I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. I am so sorry. Right? And the guy goes, brother, this was like a $200 sweater. Right? And the other guy's like, dude, our sweaters are fucked. Right? Because keep in mind, it's Canada. It's cold. We're all wearing sweaters. Right? So he's like, dude, this sucks. Like, the other guy goes, this sucks. The other guy goes, bro, this is a $200 sweater she just ruined. Like, just wrecked. And he goes, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And then he fucking leaves. We never see him again either. He just goes haunting off into the darkness. We don't see this bitch again. Keep in mind, couple. So his girl was just sitting there. We all, like, the whole, like, our whole section, right, is watching the fucking, like, is watching the drama unfold, right? I might even need to take a sip of my fucking cup of tea, because you might call me a tea-sipping owl man right now, because we were all fucking floored. Like, we're all shocked by this. Wild Dio. And we're looking at this poor girl. Not her goddamn fault. She just, like, looks down. None of us know what to say. Like, presumably she's just, like, texting with these people, right? Like, all we hear her say is, like, I am really sorry. And the guys who, like, she apologizes for something that had nothing to fucking do with her, right? Not the show you paid for, but the one you got, exactly. The rest of the game, well, okay, this was a wrestling match, right? Like, this was a wrestling show. So this was the third fight of 4. Right? Third match of 4. And keep in mind, the two dudes who just got thrown up on, I want you to really keep this in mind. These two dudes are ginormous wrestling fans and are missing what might be the greatest match of the fucking year. Sammy, like, if you guys watch wrestling and you saw what happened at Elimination Chamber, you know that Sammy versus Kevin in the unsanctioned match at Elimination Chamber might be the best match of the entire year. And now they missed it. These two wrestling fans who paid good money to watch the show just got thrown up on. Also thinking the poor venue staff who were gonna have to find... Oh, don't worry. Oh, Shadow. Oh, Shadow. I'm about to get to them. Don't worry. The fucking staff are involved in this story as well. This is a long story, but it's a good story. Right? The staff also become involved in this. Yeah, the staff also get involved in this. So, also, I'm just gonna say this. If you work at the Rogers Center, right? If you worked in the stadium for Elimination Chamber, bless your fucking heart. All of you are great. Every single person that I interacted with at Chamber was lovely. Like, every single staff member that I interacted with was so sweet, so kind, incredibly hardworking staff at Rogers Center. Like, unbelievably great staff. Honestly, this story sounds like a better show than the match. No, the match was great. We're trying to watch the match as all of this is happening. It's like the Smash Ultimate of bad incidents. It really was. So, anyway. So, yeah, the girl is just left sitting there, and she's apologizing. And these two dudes, who are, again, missing the best match on the card, they look at her, they shake their heads at her, because they are obviously fucking irritated. And I don't blame them for being mad, but they're like, they shake their head, and they're like, not your fault. Right? And they're like, fuck. And in my head, I'm like, kind of her fault. Little her fault. Like, obviously, she can't control that the other girl was so drunk she just fucking turned into Reagan from The Exorcist, right? But she could have definitely stopped her friend from drinking that much. Like, that little bit her fault, right? Not entirely her fault. And then she got ditched. Unbelievably shitty pair of boyfriends in this situation, by the way. So yeah, so she gets left there, and I feel god-awful for her. I felt so bad. I felt so bad for her, right? And so eventually, she gets some text. She's texting and just looking down, not looking up at any of us who are just staring at her and the match. We're just looking at her, looking at the match. Eventually, she gets up and she leaves too. And then 5 minutes go by. And she returns. And we're thinking, oh, are they coming back? And at this point, the other two dudes are like... The two other guys, they didn't know what to do, so they just walked up the stairs. And where Hestia and I are sitting, right, behind us is just a big pillar. So it's just like an area for people to walk past, right? So it's just like a little like landing. They go to stand up there for a little bit, just to fucking process what the hell just happened, and to get away from the fucking foul stench that was left behind. So they don't see her, or if they do, they don't say anything. But the girl comes back, because the girl who threw up everywhere forgot her fucking purse in the chair. And so the other girl, like, who got ditched, comes back, walks up, and grabs Vomit Girl's purse. And I shit you not, when she grabs it, all you hear is... You hear a squishy, like... The vomit hit her fucking purse. And when I tell you it coated the ground, I'm telling you I could not see the fucking ground by her feet anymore. It was just, like, footprints in puke. That's all it was. And so, those two boys, they leave. They went to go find staff to talk to. The boys, at this point, gone for most of the Sammy versus Kevin match, right? Most of the time, they're gone. Then staff walks up. And one of them was a guy that Hesty and I had bumped into earlier, and we're like, oh, what up, man? And he's like, hey, is this row 17? We're like, yeah. Because we knew what he was there for. He's like, how bad is it? Uses the flashlight, and he makes a fucking face. Like, he just saw a goddamn ghost. And so, he goes to get some staff members who can help clean it up. These two girls walk up. They have, like... It was sort of like a broom, but, like, the edges, like, the bristles were, like, incredibly, like, tough. Right? And they had, like, some... I don't know what it was. It was, like a powder of some kind. Some sort of powder. But by the time... So they get up to us, and they're like, hey, is this where it was? We go, yeah, and we point... Like, we all point to it. And then the fourth fucking match starts. And all of the lights go out. So that the wrestlers can enter. So now they can't fucking see what they're doing. And we're like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, the poor staff is now trying to clean vomit in the fucking dark. And Hestia was based and used their godlike powers to illuminate. And by godlike powers, I mean they turned on the fucking flashlight on their phone. And just helped them. Hestia was based in this moment. Hestia just, like, turned on the flashlight so that they could see what they were doing. And they were like, oh, thanks. Like thanks. Right? And, so they put this, like, they sprinkle... I don't understand how this worked. Again, wisdom, not intelligence. But they, like, sprinkled a powder... Like, some sort of powder onto the, onto the ground. And it, like, dried up the puke. And then they just, like, used the broom to, like, scrape it all away. It was really weird. To absorb the mess, because, yeah, it's a biohazard, they should not be touching directly. Yeah, so they had, like, it might have been sawdust. I don't fully know what it was. But they did treat it like a biohazard. I thought, I suddenly felt like I was in Resident Evil, and I was just waiting for something in the puke to just... Like, just like this monster to come... That was a really good monster sound. Like, I was just expecting a hand to appear. Like, where is Alexa Bliss? Just like, ah! It's like her talking about Alexa. Where is Alexa? That's what I was expecting. Alexa Bliss, I thought was gonna win, by the way, just for the record, for you wrestling fans. I was like, damn, I'm surprised she didn't win. Bianca winning makes sense, though. Anyway. So, yeah, so staff cleans it. Yeah, Death, I'm glad you pointed that out, because that fucked my throat up. So, can I get out here? Can I get out here? I've never tried. I don't think I can. This is my new goal. No. So, they cleaned it up. Fourth match is starting. And the boys fucking return. And Hestia, myself, and the family surrounding us sees them come back, and they're like, we all just give them the, like a hero's welcome, you know? Like, they come back, and we all just look at them, smile and nod. One of the boys salutes, right? And we're like, hell yeah, man. Right? So they came back, they were given new clothes. Very boss, very based. And they had their sweaters in bags. So the rest of their clothes were in bags, but they were given new clothes. Very cool. And they missed, I think, some of the entrance for the men's rumble, but they did get to watch the rest of the rumble. So, like, or not the rumble, sorry, the chamber. So they did get to watch the rest of the chamber match. That was pretty cool. And then, throughout the night, staff kept coming over to us just to check on those two, right? So staff was really, like, going out of their way to take care of our section. So we had staff there basically the whole time. Then the match or the show comes to a close. And if you watched, you know what happened. John Cena turned heel. After 22 years, John Cena, the paragon of righteousness and good in all of WWE, turns fucking heel. But wait, there's more! Yeah, this story gets crazier. At least this does not involve Puke Girl anymore. Her involvement in the story is over, right? But it does involve more shittiness throughout the night. So they then reveal that not only has John turned heel, not only is John a fucking villain, he beats the fucking piss out of Cody. He destroys Cody Rhodes. And a bunch of grown-ass men start whipping drinks from the nosebleeds into the crowd. They're throwing their drinks into the crowd. Grown-ass men. And keep in mind, where they're throwing them from, they're throwing them above the heads of that group of kids that I was talking about earlier. Grown-ass men. Because when we see it, like, everyone in our row is like, what the fuck? And we look over and we just see, like, we go, who's that? Like, who's doing that? Like, what the fuck? Right? So we all go, like, who's doing that? Who's doing that? Come on, grow up, right? And none of these grown-ass men throwing the drinks into the crowd have the fucking balls to admit that it was them. And I'm thinking, you fucking bitch. Like, part of my friendship here, but I'm like, you fucking coward. You absolute fucking, like, Neanderthal. Like, so fucking stupid. It's a fucking wrestling match. It's wrestling. Do not throw your drink from the fucking nosebleeds at the ring. First of all, you're not a fucking quarterback. You're not gonna hit John Cena. You're just gonna hit somebody who paid money to be there just like you did. Right? And then, after everybody called them out and nobody said shit, they chucked a fucking big gulp. Like, what looked to be a big gulp. That's how big the drink was. It looked like one of the drinks you get at the movie theater, if not one of the, like, a big gulp that you get at 7-Eleven. Full of pop. Like, full of pop into the crowd. That shit goes fucking sailing into the crowd. I have no idea where that shit landed. It went over the railing. So, I don't know. Because, again, we're in the nosebleeds. That shit hit people who paid extraordinary money to be on the ground floor. It hit somebody down there. Now, look. I don't care if you're like, those people are rich. Probably not. Probably people who saved up all year to go, like, all year to go down there. And, oh no, here's how I know it wasn't Americans. They booed the anthem so fucking loud you couldn't hear the girl. They were not Americans. They were absolutely not Americans. They were not visiting from America. These were not Americans. Because we did end up figuring out who it was. These were not Americans. These were Canadians. It was unreal. They should have been in Cody's place against Cena. Exactly. I was disgusted. It was legit god-awful. It was legitimately god-awful. Look, depending on the Canadian, especially in the GTA, depending on where you are, people are fucking dicks. I'm not from the GTA, but I have lived and been around the GTA. The GTA are, like, anyone in the Greater Toronto area are fucking dicks. Like, so I am not surprised. Most of Ontario are fucking assholes, quite frankly, right? Like, I love Ontario, but we are dicks, right? Like, so I was legit like, man, this shit sucks. I saw a video of people booing on TikTok. It was, I wish you guys could have been in the crowd to hear how loud it was. Immature. Unbelievably immature, unbelievably uncool, right? Like, the whole, like, these dudes the whole night were just fucking loud. They were making fun of the kids at one point. So remember I told you there was a group of kids that were sitting there? The kids, anytime Jey Uso showed up on screen, they'd go like, yeet, yeet, right? Like, they would get so into it, like, yeet, or like, they started going like, screw you, Logan, because they're kids. Although the one kid at some point after the fuck you, because there were chants of fuck you, Logan. And at some point after the fuck you, Logan chants had died down, the kid, I guess, must have gotten permission. Because he goes, yeah, fuck you. It was adorable. But yeah, don't swear. But it was so fucking funny. Weirdly wholesome, restored my hope in humanity. Yeah, I was like, that dad must have been so fucking proud of his kid. But they were making fun of those kids for cheering and shit. Same guys. And I'm like, man, you are some whack-ass adults. Like, those are the type of people who think it's cringe to like shit. And I'm like, how dare those kids have fun at a fucking event, at a wrestling show that their parents paid good money for? How dare they cheer? How dare they have their favorites? The one of the kids asked for LA Knight. That's how I know he's based as fuck. That's how I know that kid's dope as shit. That kid shouted for LA Knight, and I was so sad because I knew that boy wasn't coming. But yeah. So, yeah, they chuck a fucking drink, and now we all saw where it came from, so all of us are glaring at the guys who threw it. And those brave boys who had their sweaters puked on stood up and just walked down to the staff who are looking for whoever threw the fucking drink. And keep in mind, at this point, show's basically over anyway, so there's not like a whole lot they could do. But they just walked down to staff and fucking pointed them out. And we're like, based boys. But then some dumb fuck teenagers are like, they're snitching, they're snitching. Yes, they are snitching, you dipshit. You absolute moronic dumb fuck teenager. Yes, they are snitching. Like, they're snitching, they're snitching. Yes, there are children in the crowd who could have been hit by that. You are so fucking high up above the people on the ground. If that fucking drink had hit a kid, it would have knocked him the fuck out. Like, if that drink had connected with a kid's head, it would have knocked them the hell out. He's snitching, you dipshit. Yes, of course he's snitching. What are you talking about? So stupid. Yeah, fuck them kids, you know? The good kids, the kids who are just there to cheer, good for them. The teenagers who are, they're snitching. To be fair to the teenagers, they were also, like, confused why they were throwing shit. Yeah. The teenagers were also like, what the fuck? Like, when they started seeing drinks being thrown. I think they were just being dumb teenagers. Because teenagers think any authority to any degree is fucking stupid. Right? They're like, oh, you know, like, oh, he's snitching. You should just deal with... No. There's kids here. No. It just sounded like they were, like, trying to be dumb teenagers. Like, they did... I think they agreed. They likely would have agreed, like, yeah, you have to tell somebody that that's happening. But they just wanted to seem like cool fucking teenagers, I guess. I don't know. It was stupid. But yeah. Oh, another fun story. First of all, this wrestling show gave me... I know it sounds like it made me lose faith in humanity. I certainly lost faith in, like, adult men But I didn't have much fucking faith to begin with. I tell you that shit right now. But these parents, like the parents who were there, so good. Took care of their kids, like made sure that they were having fun, kept things light. That we heard one of the parents be like, "Don't say that." Like when people started saying "fuck you, Logan," they're like, "You can clap, but don't say that." So cute, so wholesome, right? Like families of people attending the show, where like the parents were wearing the merch. The parents knew who was in the ring. They cared about this shit, right? Like I said, like one of the families surrounding us was like a dad, his wife, and like the aunt, who I assume maybe like the wife's sister, and their 2 teenage daughters who were also into wrestling. I was like, look at the fucking diversity in the fan base now. That is so awesome. Like, that is so fucking cool. Like, the different types of wrestling fans now. That is awesome, right? Like, that really restored my faith in wrestling fans. And then there was this little moment that happened after the show where I'm leaving the venue. And again, I am wearing my John Cena jersey, right? And I hear this little kid, this voice, go, "Hey, hey, 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 hey!" And I look over, and this kid starts holding up a sign to me, pointing at it, and then gesturing with his hand, like, "What do you like? Whoa, whoa, what was that? What was that?" The sign read, "The last time is now." He was a John Cena fan who saw my jersey and got fucking excited. And just wanted to see what another adult, like what an adult thought of what just happened. Right? Because I think his parents were like wrestling, like aware of wrestling, but might not have been big fans. So I looked at him and I had no words because I was still in such shock. So I looked at this little kid, I laughed, and I just shrugged. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I just looked at, I don't know, man. And he laughed, and he waved, and I waved back, gave him the salute, and I walked off. But I was like, holy shit, dude. These kids were based as fuck. You wanna know why? Because they just liked shit. They just liked things without worrying if it was cringe or not. That's freeing, you know? To be able to just like shit is such a, like, privilege of youth, right? Like, just liking things, you know? Like, I like John Cena. You bet your ass you like John Cena. Or at least you did. Maybe not now. I know the kids love Cody. So, I know they love Cody because those kids went, "Whoa!" when Cody came out. And that was cool as shit. I forgot I could do that. I don't know what I was doing there. But yeah, it was very, very wholesome. Very wholesome shit. Yeah. I don't know if I would do it again. Like, I don't know if I would go to a wrestling show again at least anytime soon. Like, maybe. Yep, the kids remind us to just like stuff, like something. Exactly. It's okay to just like shit. Nobody's gonna, like, nobody cares if you just like shit. Just like things, you know? Kids that didn't grow up in the Doctor of Thugonomics era are probably super confused. This is basic thugonomics. Word life. Yeah. 22 years of not being a heel. The Doctor of Thugonomics, I guess, was technically a heel, but, like, come on, everybody loved the Doctor. Word life. This is basic thugonomics. But yeah. That's my story. That's my batshit crazy story of what happened. I'm going to have, I'm just gonna, can I stop? Can I stop? I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Might stop. I'm just gonna let him go. I'm just gonna let the controller go as I take a sip of my drink. It's Gamer Sups, by the way. It's not alcohol. It's the raspberry flavor. It's very good. Anyway, and it's the caffeine-free, okay, because it's late in the day. But kids, oh no, I already read that. Matt is right, for the record. Doctor of Thugonomics. probably prepped me a little bit better. I want to talk a little bit about it. I know I did earlier. Okay. I saw somebody say this online, and I had kind of heard, like, one of the dads consoling his fucking crying child, by the way. John, I hope you're happy you made a fucking kid cry at the show. But I heard the kid's dad say this. I saw this somewhere online. I think some people are saying this. I know that there are people who are, like, kind of upset. And I do agree with Matt, for the record. I do think that if they did face Cody versus face John, yeah, it probably would have fucking sucked. Right? I do think that for a general audience, this just makes sense. I think that it's going to be a great story. I think it's going to be really cool. It is not what I wanted. That is not my John Cena. We are not rising above hate, and I can very much see this man. Right? This is not my John Cena. It was cool seeing Cena and Punk hitting the heart attack on set. It was cool as shit just seeing them in the ring together at all. I was like, oh my god, when they shook hands, that was crazy. I do think Punk and Cena are going to have a legitimate rematch. Like, we are going to get Punk versus Cena. Maybe at SummerSlam, maybe for the title. And I shit you not, I think that's how we get to Punk's main event. I think Punk wins the title off Cena at SummerSlam. I'm not even joking. Like, that's kind of where I think this is going. I think what's about to happen is Cody is going to lose the title at Mania. I think Cody's time with the title has been great. I think it's done now. I think he kicked ass. I never want to hear anybody tell me that Cody's title reign was boring or bad. It was hype as shit. AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, now John Cena. Fuck off. That's an amazing title reign. All right. I fully expect that the storyline going forward will be the battle for John Cena's soul. It'll be The Rock trying to convince Cena that this is the only way. The fans needed a true champion. Cody's not doing it. Cody's not a good enough champion, John. We need John Cena. The people need John Cena, right? Like, so The Rock is convincing John to go corporate. John, because this is his last time, he's panicking. He's not sure what WWE is going to be able to even be without him, right? He's scared, he's unsure, so he shakes hands with the devil, right? It's the same fucking thing that happened with Stone Cold and McMahon forever ago, right? Like, John shakes hands with the devil, and John even said in an interview long before this happened that one day he might turn heel because everybody turns heel at some point. Everybody betrays their morals at some point, right? But it's not about the one time that you turned heel. It's about, do you ever recover and turn face again? So there's no shot in my mind, like, after seeing that interview, there's no shot John stays heel. I think he will eventually, like, learn that what he's doing is wrong, to trust the next generation and to I think that's what this is about. The next generation of wrestlers, the Cody Rhodes, the Seth Rollins, like Roman Reigns, even though, like, they're already well established, but it's about, like, handing those reins off to, like, the NXT kids, you know, like the guys in NXT, to hand the reins over, right? That's what I think this is going to be about. And I think Cena will turn face again, maybe after he loses to Punk at SummerSlam. That's my guess, if he even loses to Punk, right? And if that even happens. But my guess is SummerSlam is Punk versus Cena. Punk gets Cena to wake up, because Punk and Cena are, to some people, probably one of the best rivalries, right? Like, Cena's best rivalry was with Punk. Punk's best rivalry was with Cena. You could argue it might be Drew McIntyre nowadays, but it was for a long time his biggest rivalry was Cena. And with all that said, I still don't fucking like it. I still don't like it. As good as that sounds, and it sounds great, not what I wanted. And I have to come to terms with the fact that it's not what I wanted. I never wanted a heel John. Never. Never wanted it. I always hated when people would say John has to turn heel. I never wanted it. But, again, like I saw online, and like the guy said to his crying child, it just, there's so many other stories. There's so many other wrestlers. It's not just John Cena and Cody Rhodes. There's so much other shit going on in WWE that you can focus and put your time into. You don't have to always care about what's happening in the main event. The main event is the main event. It's what the majority of people should care about. But it's not always the thing that you have to care about. And for me, I just don't care. I was like, I don't want this. Like, I just don't. I will be happily awaiting the return of my John Cena. I will be excited to see what John does as a heel, because I'm sure it's going to kick ass. It's just not what I wanted. And maybe the story's going to be awesome, and I'm going to love it. But as of right now, I'm kind of disappointed. I'm a little disappointed. I don't know who I would have gotten to be, like, which wrestler should have sold his soul. I do not know. Personally, I think there's a much better story between Cody and Drew, given how their careers have paralleled. I think that would have been a better story, personally, but I get that John Cena is the industry-shaking event. Like, I get that that's a much bigger deal. Austin turned heel, Rock turned heel, even that one guy who shall not be named turned, in the best way, turned heel. Okay, I know who you're talking about. Tell me that shit did not feel NWO. New World Organization, brother. That shit felt very NWO. In a good way, not in a bad way. Again, like I said, that shit was crazy. We will still get Punk versus Rollins versus Roman in the main event of night 1. That is not main eventing night 1. Jay versus Gunther. Gunther! That's the other thing, too. Here's the truth. My main event at Mania is no longer Cody. No longer involves Cody. My main event involves main event Jey Uso! Until Jay also turns heel and aligns with The Rock. Because that's what some people are speculating. I highly doubt that's going to happen, but you never know. But yeah, my boy main event Jey Uso versus Gunther is definitely going to be the main event of night 1. And then Cody versus John Cena is definitely going to main event night 2. And John is absolutely taking the title off of Cody. That shit is so obvious, but just because it's obvious doesn't make it bad. Welcome in, Mallory. Welcome in. Anyway, I do think Punk versus Rollins versus Roman should open either night 1 or night 2. Maybe night 2. But yeah, that has to at least open. Because you got to start with a great match, have some kind of in-between matches, and then end up with a great match, you know? But yeah, man. It was a great night. I'm fucking tired. I'm so tired. It's all about the storytelling and long-term booking. Exactly. We need to let go of, like, the he who shall not be named era of WWE where everything was, like, by the pants booking. Like, Triple H's era is all about long-term booking. And am I upset? Do I love this? Like, am I upset? Yes. Do I love the direction? Not really. But again, with the way Triple H does things, I see the vision. I totally see the vision. I think it's gonna be fucking awesome, right? I trust Triple H at this point to deliver something cool. Unless it's the women. Oh my god, the women's division is so fucked up right now. Oh my god. The girls deserve so much better because the girls could put on a better show than the fucking guys. right? And I'm like, dude, the girls regularly outpace the guys. And I feel like they've been giving nothing to work with unless your name is Liv or Rhea. Unless your name is Liv or Rhea, you do not have a plot. They put Bianca in the fucking tag division, bro. Like, yeah. You know what I think, unironically? Triple H runs the men's division. Shawn Michaels runs the women's division. That's what I think. I need improvements on that front. It's so bad. It's so bad. I don't know anything about WWE except for Rhea. That's kind of all you need. Rhea Ripley's based as fuck. Don't take me saying unless your name is Liv or Rhea as me dissing Liv or Rhea. I love Liv and Rhea, right? They are great. But they've been the only real women with anything going on outside of, like, Chelsea Green, who is the Canadian woman who is the US champion right now, and it's awesome and hilarious, and she's great. Her and Piper Niven. I don't know what that accent was supposed to be. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm hopeful that things are gonna work out. And I think it's a lesson that we can kind of take with us into the real world, even outside of storytelling, just to let shit just play out. Sometimes things seem bad, but I'm telling you, like, they might end up pretty okay. You just gotta let shit simmer. Sometimes you just gotta let shit be. And I do think it's gonna work out just fine. I hope they find a way to add Io into the women's title event at Mania. I mean, I know she isn't winning tomorrow. She should win, though. Io's so good. She's so good. And there's built-in history with her and Bianca. You know? Anyway, that's my Chamber story. I hope that you guys enjoyed the Chamber story. How are you? How are you? Fine, thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed my rambling tale of do good. Oh, before I forget, I'll just quickly, like, if you watch the show, I'll just quickly give my opinion. Women's Elimination Chamber was 4 out of 5. Fucking stellar. Everybody did such a great job. Jade showing up and kicking the fucking life out of Naomi was nuts. I do think Naomi being the one who attacked Jade is a little bit boring. I do think it's a little bit boring, personally speaking. Unless it was, like, Naomi and Bianca. That'd be kind of crazy if it was both of them. But that was, yeah, really cool event. A really cool match. Really loved the women's Elimination Chamber. I thought for a second that it was gonna be that Alexa was gonna have it in the bag. I was like, Alexa's got this, man. But Bianca winning, mwah, perfect. You can't see it, but a chef's kiss, mwah, perfect. Bianca deserves to not be in the tag division. The tag division is also incredibly neglected by Triple H. It feels like he can only pay attention to, like, one division at a time. That's kind of what it feels like. But after that, you had the tag match. Those guys who were yelling at the kid, or, like, who were, like, making fun of the kids for cheering and who ended up throwing drinks, were saying that, like, oh, bro, this match is gonna be so boring, bro. And it was the Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae match. That match was fucking fun, bro. Like, maybe it's because I feel the Stratus faction to this day. Maybe it's because I feel the Stratus faction. I've always had a crush on Trish. I will always have a crush on Trish. But yeah, like, maybe that's why. But I thought Trish fucking nailed it. I thought they all did great. Candice is so underrated. I think Candice is great. Nia's improved leaps and bounds. And Tiffany Stratton is Tiffany Stratton. It's fucking Tiffy time, bitch. So yeah, I thought that match was awesome. I'd say, yeah, like a 3.5 to a solid 4 out of 5 stars. Like, really good. Sammy versus Kevin was 5 out of 5. That might be my match of the year, and the year just kicked off. That might be my match of the year. That's the match to beat. Amazing. Brutal. Like, actually brutal. Like, the crowd was wincing and covering their eyes at points. It was vicious. And then the men's elimination chamber was, like, awesome. Like, again, 5 out of 5. Like, so I legit think it was 4 matches 1 and 2 were 4 out of 5. Matches 3 and 4 were 5 out of 5. Like, maybe it's because I was there in person. I felt the electricity in the air. The most electrifying man in sports entertainment emerged from his chrysalis, and the whole crowd went, "Fuck you, Rocky." But yeah, that shit was cool, man. Also, I don't know if they censored it in the Netflix version. Cody straight up said, "Fuck you." Cody straight up said, "Rock, go fuck yourself." Like, he straight up said it. I was legitimately shocked. I lost all hope for Nia when she shouted "my hole." I don't mind Nia. I think Nia's really improved. Although I do still think about "my hole" all the time. They didn't censor it? Hell yeah, dude. That shit was nuts. Wasn't censored on Peacock? Hell yeah, dude. Okay, I'm glad. Because we were like, everyone in the crowd was like, that they definitely are censoring that. We were like so sure that they censored it. Maybe I should get more into WWE, because what do you mean, "my hole"? Just search up Nia Jax "my hole." I'm sure there's like a clip. It's just, yeah, this wrestler Nia Jax landed on her ass at one point, and she goes, "Ah, my hole," is what she shouted. That was so good to hear live. It was crazy. Crazy. Yeah, Rock, go fuck yourself. But yeah. Anyway, non-wrestling fans, how y'all doing today? Bro, me if I was a wrestler. Hell yeah. They didn't say, yeah, he doesn't have to do this shit. I did come back because I wanted to hear what Cole had to say. Because I did see Cole jump into the ring to, like, get to Cody. Michael Cole is my fucking guy. You should have heard the ovation when they're like, "Ladies and gentlemen, your commentary team, Michael Cole." The crowd went fucking ballistic. The crowd went, like, nuts. It was like The Rock just came out before he even came out. It was like Stone Cold walked out. And I'm like, it's good to see some love for Michael Cole, man. Like, Cole is that dude. Because I remember when I would watch, like, years ago, I thought Cole was a dweeb. I, like, hated Michael Cole, because you're supposed to. He was the heel commentary guy. You weren't supposed to like Michael. But, like, Cole has, like, become everybody's guy. He's the new JR, like, straight up, right? Like, if you don't know, JR was, like, an old, he was a old, like, announcer from, like, back in the Attitude Era. He still announces from time to time on a different show called AEW, but they use him very sparingly, because he's older, right? It's harder for him to pay attention and, like, know who's doing what and shit like that. And he doesn't really like the product that much, but that's a whole other topic. There's another wrestling person I know, Hornswoggle. Don't know if he's retired to these guys or not, but he is terrifying. Hornswoggle? It scared you? Hornswoggle? The little leprechaun man? Don't look up the Boogeyman. The Boogeyman! I love the Boogeyman. Michael Cole is the GOAT of commentary. He makes the matches so entertaining. He's so good. Michael Cole is the man. Anyway. No more wrestling. No more wrestling. I'm wrestled out. I'm wrestled out. I'm tired. I'm tapping out. Tapping out. I hated Michael Cole, his annoying heel run, worshipping the ground Miz walked on. Yeah, dude, it was rough. It's funny to think back that it's like, this guy and the current guy are the same dude. That seems unreal to me now, but yes. Like, they very much were the same guy, and that's so crazy to think about. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Anything else happen? Anything else happen maybe in VTubing land? Any cool VTuber news? VTuber news? Could you imagine? I'm trying to think if there's anything that happened with Nintendo recently. Not really. Oh, shit. Tomorrow's Monday, isn't it? I've got a surprise for you tomorrow. It is Artie's birthday, you're right. It is a big surprise tomorrow. I cannot wait to show you. You are going to shit your pants. I hope you got your shitting pants on. Your shitting pants. Hope you got them on. Because you're about to shit your pants. Oh, yeah. No, it's not merch. It's not merch. It's a special surprise. Do you want a hint? You want a hint? I can give you a hint. No Booba Mousepad. No, unfortunately, not yet. We love a surprise. I don't know what the surprise is. The surprise is a stream and a new regular weekly podcast. Bro said yet. Okay, inevitably that shit's happening. Let's be real. Yeah, a new weekly podcast approacheth. We are calling it, see, I'm forgetting shit now. We're calling it Switcher's Watch. And I did say we. So we are calling it Switcher's Watch. And I can't tell you anything more about it. Oh, this surprise. Yeah, this. All I'm seeing from the VTuber community right now is more toxicity and companies going down the shithole. Well, I can't talk about that because I'm a company guy. But yeah, so yeah, lots of fun for you. Lots of fun on the horizon. There's a reason why I was like, fuck it, we're playing 1080. Right? Because I was like, I'm tired, I've had a long day, but y'all know I love Nintendo. And this new podcast, very much a Nintendo podcast. I am excited for you guys to check it out when it comes out. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST. I don't know what time that is for everybody, for I do not know your time zones. But I sure hope that you guys are excited when it comes out. Okay. Speaking of this game, though, is the point to do as many flips as you can? The point is just to vibe out. I come to the training mode to just kind of unwind. Back when this game came out, I would just sit in training mode and just do flips and shit. There's no real point. It's just something for my hands to do while we talk. Will there be tea? There may be tea. I like it. Hell yeah, Mallory. This game's fun. I recommend it. It's so cozy watching this. I'm glad, yeah. This game is cozy vibes. But yeah. It's exciting. It's gonna be good. I'm excited for you guys to check it out. I vibe like this and Tony Hawk 2 Free Skate is just a good time. Oh, okay. Melissa, you reminded me. I do have a small update for you guys. So you remember, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I did post a video talking about the fact that we were seemingly getting some sort of Tony Hawk game announcement, because Tony teased just like something. Just him in front of a... Like, Tony teased him in front of, like a date that used the old pro skater, like, iconography. And it just had, I think it was like March 5th or something like that. And it just said, loading new parks. There is an update to that. So, if you were like me, and were hoping perhaps, could it finally be time for us to return to the world of Tony Hawk's Underground? No. No. Because, a rating board rated a game recently, and those ratings are public. So a rating board in Singapore rated the game as a rated a certain game as for general audiences, and that game was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4. So it is a remake of Tony Hawk 3 and 4. Right? So just like how we got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2, we're now getting 3+4. That is still really exciting. Yeah, in the same way that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1+2 was kind of like rebuilt. It's the same idea. So pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not upset by that at all. I am not doing well right now. I'm not upset by that at all. Sorry, I'm late. Please forgive me, Athena. You are not forget. Yes, you are forgiven, Mozart. Don't you worry. Ooh, I didn't know I could do that on the air. That's crazy. Or off the air. That's crazy, Dio. Yeah, 550, baby. 720. Oh my God, let's relax. Never thought it'd see the light of day after the original company entered the Activision mines. I know. I am actually kind of shocked. Oh, fuck! Went off the jump. How old is this game out of curiosity? Oh, 1080? That's a good question. I actually don't know. Does somebody want to look up 1080 snowboarding and find out? Oh, God! Ah, fuck! I'm losing it. Yeah, fuck. No! Spin, you bitch! Oh. 27 years old. That's crazy. Oh, I'll watch the VOD then. Yeah, we did talk about Chamber. It was a hell of a time. Oh, come on. Damn, that's old. Yeah, but that's where all the best games are found, is in the old. Can I just do that on the ground? Does that count as a trick? It's kind of cool. This doesn't count as a trick, but it's kind of cool. Oh. Oh, I may have to... Oh, stop stream kind of early. I'm getting heartburn like crazy right now. If you guys don't know, I think we've talked about this before. I do suffer from the GERD. And if you don't know what GERD is, it just sucks. That's all you gotta know. But yeah, basically, my stomach decides to fire acid at my throat. And it feels like heartburn, and then eventually your throat fucking really hurts. What's your opinion on Kirby games? I am a fan. That's horrible. Yeah, it's not great. 900. Fuck. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not gonna happen. Oh, okay. Oh, I have to do them? That sucks. What? Where am I? God, I got fucking air on that. That was crazy. If you don't have any, Famundide... If you don't have any Famundine helps on occasion with heartburn. I have, Pepto, and, I have some ginger tea, and that really helps. Hell yeah, we love chronic illnesses up in here. Hell yeah! Same here, I sometimes have a burning if I get too much acid reflux. Yeah, it's not fun. Shit sucks. We're just not gonna do the tricks. We're just gonna have fun. We're gonna have the fun. Out of curiosity, what's your favorite Kirby form that ate a Mario power-up? What's your favorite Kirby form from that ate a Mario power-up? I don't know. Fire flower, I guess. Fire flower is always cool. You can't really go wrong. The Tanuki suit? I don't know. That's a good question. I like the little sleepy Kirby, but I don't think that's from a Mario power-up. I don't imagine... I can't think of any Mario power-up that puts you to Snooze Town. But yeah. Yeah, I'll probably, after this run, we'll probably call it. Mute grab, baby! Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Good performance. Good performance. 1080, 360. 360 no scope. Oh, he's so cool. Indy nose boat. Lead air. Oh, God. Oh, it's making noise now. Snooze Town. Sometimes you gotta go to Snooze Town. Sometimes you gotta go to Snooze Town. By the way, that's Tommy Hilfiger up there. Wild, though. All right. So before my stomach decides to fucking kill itself, I should probably skedaddle and get some heartburn medicine. But thank you for chilling with me. Apologies for the shorter stream, but yeah, your boy, I should have been streaming on the purple site, but for reasons I can't, so I had to stream over here today. I do think that for the foreseeable future, I do have an update for everybody. So for the foreseeable future, there's going to be a podcast, and then there's going to be another podcast, but that second podcast isn't quite ready yet. Those, I'm going to stream over here in the meantime. And then, eventually, it's going to flip, where I'm going to stream those, like, once we get monetized over here, I'm going to flip it, and those, like, the two podcasts will be streamed over on the purple site, and then chopped up turned into into video form for you guys to watch as videos. Yeah. But yeah, and then we'll do gameplay stuff over here. But in the meantime, I should probably skedaddle before I die. Feel better, Mr. Heartburn, for the rest. I will do my best to get some Pepto into me to feel better. I do want to once again inform you of where we're sitting. Always remember the Cult of Rick. How dare you? We are currently sitting at 1.9K watch time, which, if you don't remember, we need 3K watch time in order to get monetized over here. Ladies, gents, and you beautiful in-betweens, we are almost 2/3 of the way there. We are basically 2/3 of the way there. We are almost. Is that Poseidon? Is that Sai? What's good? How you doing? You still gotta teach me how to play Pokemon TCG. But yeah, we are almost monetized over here. We are very close to monetized. We do, yes. Hell yeah. Can't wait to drop the money. Let's go. Yeah, we're almost monetized. We're 2/3 of the way. We are 2/3 of the way. We're almost there. God damn it, we're so close. We're so close to completion. To quote Game Grumps. I believe. Thank you, Poseidon. Thank you. We're so close. We're so close. Poseidon, did you know that I don't have an ending soon screen or a be right back screen? So we just have to, like, yeah. Yeah, I don't. Isn't that great? So I say as I didn't have an ending soon screen for the longest. It feels so weird to not have one. I need one. Stare at Athena until he returns. Yeah, just stare. Okay, ready? We're gonna stare at each other, and then eventually I'm gonna stop streaming, okay? That's how we're gonna stop streaming. Okay, goodbye, bye. Now stare at me. Ah, fuck. Okay, you win. Okay, goodbye. Bye. Bye. Goodbye. Bye. Bye.